Hi traders, I'm going to show you how you can improve your trading by thinking about trading in a different way. You may be wondering why I'm sitting here showing you an online slot machine. Well, to be honest, trading and gambling, professional gambling, are the same thing. If you think about trading in the same way you do when you sit down and play the slots, you'll find it easier to execute your trades and learn to work from a probabilistic mindset. You'll understand randomness, like flipping a coin, or in this case playing the slots. Each outcome is random. We never know what will happen next. This is what happens when you put on a trade. You may think you know what will happen next because your amazing analysis says price must go up or down, but the truth is we never ever know. There are too many events that can occur for us to have a certain outcome on an individual trade. But if we trade in large samples, we have something to assess, or something to work with. What I have here is a simple spreadsheet, and all I've done is labeled the spin number from 1 to 20. These are going to represent our sample or our spins on each set, and you can see I've also labeled sets 1 through to 10, 10 being on the right hand side here. And what we want to do here is we're going to simply track the process of the casino and then compare that to a trader putting on a live trade and then tracking his performance. Okay, so we're going to go through the same process, except now instead of actually using charts and technical analysis, we're going to use our slot machine. So let's go back over to the slot machine, and what we're going to do is we're going to bet. You can see we've got 75 credits on here, and we're going to bet just a single dollar on each spin. And you'll see with each spin that we click on here, it's just a simple random outcome. Okay, so you can see here we bet 1 and we lost 1. So if we go back to our spreadsheet now, set 1, spin 1, you can see we've lost $1. So we'll put that in there, and we can now track what's going on. So if we continue, still $1, and we bet, you can see we lose again. Okay, so understand that every time we flip the switch, push the button or pull the arm, you can see we're not quite sure what's going to happen next. Okay, so now you can see we've had 3 spins and we've had 3 losses. Now there's no difference from what we've just done now to putting on a trade in the marketplace. So we continue with our exercise, and you can see 4th spin comes up, and once again we have another loss. Okay, so we have 4 spins, 4 losses. We'll continue this exercise. Alright, we've now hit trade or spin 5, and you can see we've actually just been paid $5. So what we're going to do is just put a 5 into that. So you can see how we're tracking this, or tracking our progress. Now, as I said, there's really no difference from what I'm doing here, except we're in a controlled environment. We're betting $1. In this case, we've won $2. So let's spin 6. We move on to spin 7. And you can see we've just had another loss, so we just fill in the data. Spin 8 and another loss. And I just want to show you guys how to go about this and how to build confidence in your trading and in your thinking process. Okay, it's very, very important to understand the actual thought pattern about how a sort of a professional trader thinks versus we've just won $1 versus an amateur trader who moves from system to system looking for something that just doesn't lose. Just won $2 there. So you'd see we've just had a bad run to start with, and a few winners, few losers, and now we're just had a couple of little winners, another loss. So we just track our performance, and this is very important, this part, because as we're going to show you now after our sample, just another loss there. So there's no emotions attached to clicking the spin button here, and this is exactly how you need to be in terms of, you know, getting your trading to a good enough level where you can start profiting from it without the psychological issues that seem to haunt every trader. So we've just won $5. So you see how each spin is random. We have absolutely no control of what's going to happen next. Okay. Alright, now moving to 18. Just won $20. Okay. Move to spin 19. You see, I'm not changing the bet size at all. I'm not maxing it out so that we run out of money. And this is the same principles that apply. Just understand your risk, manage your risk, and just put the trade on. Okay, so the last spin, we've won $1. So now what we can do, you can see we started with 75. We can add up to see what's happened. So you can see in the total, it's not visible at the moment, but it's $23. So we've won $23. So now what we can do is we can assess our performance. After 20 spins, we can see that we're profitable. Okay, this is very important. So just having a look at this, I've just added in the colors, the red to represent the losses and the blue to represent the winners. You can see we've had a bad streak of losers here, 4 in a row, 2 winners, another 3 losses in a row, 2 winners, another 4 losses in a row, winner, loser, winner, loser, winner. Look at the random distribution here. Okay, this is no different to you taking a technical system or trading with a method in the marketplace. As long as you're keeping a consistent approach, here again, our consistent approach is that we're playing the same game here over and over again. We put in the same bet size, and what we're doing is we're tracking our progress. What you're looking at here now is a spreadsheet that I've gone in and filled out completely. I've taken 10 sets, okay, each set lasting 20 spins. You can see slightly different figures from the first one, but I just want to show you the randomness of every single spin and each set and how we track the progress. Okay, so this represents your trading system. Okay, trading system, we start the trades and we progress, and you can see, look at the distribution of losses, look at all the losers here, but we still come out on top. Okay, so after the 20 set sample size, we come out on top. This one here, set 2, you can see we get a $5 drawdown. So at this point in your strategy, you not necessarily want to change your strategy, but maybe you want to see if you can tweak something. Okay, maybe there's something you're just learning the strategy, maybe there's something you're not quite sure about, or you change the profit objective or the stop or whatever the case is, and you continue tracking. Okay, continue tracking set 3, set 4, set 5, set 6, set 7, set 8, set 9, set 10, and you can see how we have the distribution of wins to losses, not only from a spin by spin or trade by trade scenario here, but over a large sample size. Okay, 10 sets, 20 trades, 20 spins. So it's a very large sample size, and you can see our starting balance was $75. The ending balance was $610. All right, and you can see how we've worked that. Now, obviously, this is a slot machine. I don't recommend playing slots because slot machines are rigged in the house's favor. But this is an example of how I go about my trading and how I think about trading, and how I track my progress from, instead of spin to spin, trade to trade. So, although we're taking one trade, we have absolutely no idea what's going to happen next. Over a sample size of at least 20 trades, focusing on set by set, we can get a good idea if our strategy is profitable over the long run. Okay, remember, we want consistency over the long run, not over 1 or 2 trades. Okay, there's a very, very big difference. Anybody in any system can give you, a profitable balance over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, but over a massive sample size, okay, and this is what you need to understand about trading, it's over the larger picture, collecting enough data to assess, to see if we have a profitable system and if we should either start tweaking somewhere or leave the strategy alone. So I hope you found that beneficial, and you can always go back, just pick up any sort of online casino and play around with this exercise. Okay, this one, I'm not affiliated or anything with this. Just picked up the first one on the internet and played around with it. Okay, so you can go around and play with this on a demo. Please don't go and use real money. We need to have an edge in our favor. The casinos have an edge in their favor. So just a very good exercise to work on random outcomes. You can also use a coin flip. Okay, it gives you the same feel, but I do feel this is slightly better because it's electronic.